What's going on, guys? This is Raymond Ironbody-McKinney, and today I want to share a personal experience that I had back in 2018 when I ran the Louisville Marathon, which is 26.2 miles. And I was trying to qualify for the Boston Marathon 2019. So, in that experience, when I was running the marathon, I was also experiencing such paranoia because I later found out I was experiencing toxic mold in my body, or just that my body was under, in other words, is under extreme fight or flight, almost pretty much mostly daily. And the scary part about that was I didn't even know about it. I didn't even know why my body was like that. But also, I think it was more than just that. I felt like I had deep-seated subconscious assumptions that I had to take this, prove others from a superficial standpoint that, hey, look at me doing this thing. I'm qualifying for the Boston Marathon. And at mile 23 of the Louisville Marathon, I was in the state where I don't even know how this is possible, but for some reason within me, something told me just to keep on going, even though it seemed impossible. I felt that my mind was bending reality and conforming in my favor, that I was going to qualify for Boston. I felt like I literally wanted to stop, guys, or pass out or black out, whatever. But I was in such a deep mental meditative state where nothing could stop me. And near the finish line, when I was crossing the 26.2 mile finish line, I was so deeply inwardly focused that I didn't even hear the crowd cheering for me at the end. I felt like time just literally came to a standstill. I felt time outside of me didn't even exist. And I was in such a transcendental state of being that you may call it time stop. I literally stopped time from my experience, or just felt like I was making almost like time stopped, external time stopped or something. It was such a weird experience. I don't know, guys. It was just so bizarre to my analytical mind. But I finished and I qualified for Boston. So, in that moment, just kind of taught me that I have nothing to prove to anyone, but to focus on myself and inwardly focus within myself. And when I started to focus over time within myself and keep empowered and focus on my own power from within, rather than giving away to the devil, which is basically giving energy to only shadow aspects of myself. That's when I started to feel like my power, as if my power is being depleted. When I realized that the power is within me all along, that the enemies are only, that I only created enemies within my own household, my own body, that I seek through the window, which are my physical eyes. That awareness behind this, the eyes, that's what's operating my physical experience in the world. So, change the conception of yourself, because you're never going to change anyone else. You must change the conception of yourself, and the people around you will change. For this is a mirror principle. For our inner speech and our mind mirror each other and externalize themselves on the screen of space. So yeah, by going by this principle, I notice I've gotten healthier, more relaxed and calm, more grounded in my body, and people are treating me like much more not in a narcissistic way, because I changed myself. I'm not saying to go out there and try and change the world or anything like that. But realize that when you take all that load off of you, trying to prove to others wrong and all that, you're just really setting yourself up for perpetual failure. You must change the conception of yourself. And the events outside of you just make it so much easier, guys. Just make it so much easier to really focus on you and to live your life. So, I speak from personal experience, guys. I'm not just saying, and this was way before I knew about Neville Goddard or some of these metaphysical authors. I learned from myself. I learned from my own personal experience that our inner assumptions do, in fact, shape our relative experiences. That you may call quantum entanglement. I don't like to use those terms, sciencey terms. I like to speak from a real spiritual, from a sacred standpoint. Because I feel like if I use too many sciencey words, it might intimidate people and not relatable. So I want this message to be relatable, and I want it to be simple and straight to the point. That our inner assumptions, the way we talk to ourselves on a daily basis, does shape our physical experience. And let this message be a reminder to you that however you inwardly talk to yourself will express itself on this physical screen. You can find your soulmate, increase, strengthen your business of any kind, whatever. By using this mirror principle, by talking to yourself inwardly, truthfully and confidently within yourself, that's when it molds your physical experience. So, I hope this message helps, and I bless you all and happy manifesting.